You can see it's also got a lot of runs in it. So many runs, I probably should have primed this with Imodium. How y'all doing? I'm Big Al, and welcome to the garage. Today we are back with my 1965 Chevy Corvair. The footage that I'm about to show was recorded over the past few weeks, some of it before Christmas and some of it just now. It's going to show me painting the rust spot that I have been working on and wet sanding on it. So, if you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe, and enjoy the show. I'm back at it this morning. I've put on the tractor paint didn't go down well, partly because of my own impatience. I've already put another coat of primer on this, sanded it smooth. I'm gonna recoat it again. I gotta just get the masking on here better. I mean, oh Lord. Only masking tape I can find in the house is just, it's absolute junk. It's not sticking. I mean, I should just run out and get new stuff. I mean, this has no stickiness to it. It just comes right off. That kind of sort of works. I can respray inside the wheel wells at my leisure. That'll help, I guess. I think I'm spraying from too close in also. That's part of the problem with this. And it's also cold. That doesn't help either. Like I said, I really want to paint inside the wheel well anyway, so I'm not going too crazy about that. Went on a lot better. That went on a ton better. This all needs a repaint because this looks like dreck anyway, so might as well. Gonna have a coffee, let that dry. And then hopefully we'll shoot on some black paint. Probably not this Farm and Implement paint again, because it fish-eyed like crazy when it went on. It didn't work. So I may try some lacquer-based paint here. That should look good. Ooh, we got a little overspray we gotta clean up here too. Well, and yet never ends, guys. Well, primer's dried. We're gonna give this stuff a try. It's actually meant for cars. This could be great, or this could be a disaster. I mean, the Farm and Implement was already bad. So, I mean, I don't want to be 2 for 2 with disasters here, but this is the only other paint I got on hand other than a turbo can. The problem with using a turbo can is because of the height of the can, I can't get it down low enough and go straight on. Let's actually read the directions first for a change. Shake can vigorously. Not strike. 10 to 16 inches. Dry times, which is cooler than that, 50%. More time if cooler temperatures, 20 minutes, so we're going to say 40. Second coat within 1 hour. Okay, we can do that. We start off. On the plus side, I feel like I'm getting a little better at this every time I do it. We're getting some orange peel. All right. We're going to leave it alone now. Now, let's get the inner side of the fender here where I got all this stuff. Where I got all that overspray. Well, got 90% of it. All right, that looks actually, there's runs. But this can be wet sanded very easily. And it will shine like a mirror when we get done with it. So, we're going to leave her go for an hour. We are going to be patient this time and hope that this went on a lot better than the tractor paint. It didn't fisheye or anything. The only difference is there are runs. I don't know if you can see them in the camera, but from here I can see them plain as day. So, we will have to wet sand this a good bit. Hit it with some 400, 600, 1000, 2000 polishing compound. It's going to be a lot of work. Okay, wow. Don't know if it shows on camera, but I can see the runs in the paint from here. But anyway, that's just one coat. It's dry to the touch. Time to shoot on another coat before I run out for a minute. Nice and far back. We want some good coverage on here because we are going to wet sand this. We're going to have to wet sand it. We don't have a choice. Once this is all wet sanded and even, it'll look like $1,000,000. So, yeah, just because we shot the paint on doesn't mean we are nearly done with this. And that was the song, the Chicago song goes, "Only the beginning." While I'm in bodywork mode, we're going to use this to hopefully fix this. Not sure I'm sold on this. But hey, here we go. Well, doesn't look any better, but it doesn't look any worse. All right, so our paint here has cured for several days. You can see it's also got a lot of runs in it. So many runs, I probably should have primed this with Imodium. Anyway, so now that the paint is cured for a while, we're going to take some 400 grit and start the process of wet sanding this. Bear with me, my allergies are going nutso today. I had to do a project inside, kicked up a lot of dust. Now, I really should start wearing masks when I do this stuff. All right. Lock loading up. I should have done that before I started the camera rolling, because, I mean, let's get this wet. We're just going to go back and forth. As you can see, I have taped what I don't want sanded. So I'm going to do it nice and gentle. This is just another step in a long process. I made a mistake. I just tried to go up and down instead of back and forth, and you don't want to do that. You want to go in the same direction. At least that's what I've been taught. And here we go to 600. Let it cure for another week. Ah, shoot, did I go through the primer? Dadgummit, I did. Bugger. Means I'm gonna have to respray this whole thing. Gosh darn it. Well, let's see if we can get some of this smoothed out a bit. And I will have to come back at it and reshoot on another coat. I did several coats. Frustrating. Frustrating indeed. Yeah, well, we can't. It's right here. This little lip on the edge of the wheel is higher. So it makes it very challenging to sand. Are getting a lot of the runs and no, we're not. Let's just take a paper towel and get this clean and see what we got. Almost no real improvement here. This is what we gotta get. I think this sanding block might just be too darn big. Here's the end. That's not really wet either. Shame on me. Maybe I can get away with just respraying that one part. That's probably a pipe dream at best. Smoothing out nicely. And at least if I get a smooth surface when I reshoot it, I can hopefully do it better and not get so many runs. Dadgummit. Is that primer or is that bare metal? Okay, well, actually it is starting to look better. We will get the shine back up with 600 and then with rubbing compound and then polishing compound. This is a process. Now we have to wait another couple of days after respraying this. It's just so frustrating. See some high spots here. It's a lot better than it was. A lot better, but oh man. Not happy about this at all. Obviously this is gonna have to dry overnight. I'll have to reshoot it tomorrow. Not what I wanted to have happen. Yeah, this is much. There's high spots here though. Those gotta go. This is why body guys get the big bucks. Because it's slow and tedious and exacting. Oh, boy. Yep. Right to the primer. But the high spots are looking better. So, if I were an impatient, I'm going to not be impatient. I'm just going to come back to this tomorrow. Shoot on another couple of coats of lacquer. And lather, rinse, repeat in a few days. Drives me crazy. And it is my own damn fault. This looks like crap. Let's smooth that out at least then. Anywhere where it's shiny is a low spot, actually. It's much smoother, though, but we're going to have to, it's all for naught, we're going to have to reshoot. This looks okay. A lot of orange peel in it, but no one's going to see that unless they look really close at it. It's the next day. I hit the primer in several spots. And I've got to reshoot this and just basically start over again with the paint. I swear I am my own worst enemy sometimes. And where did I put the can of paint? Oh, it's over here. Alright, acrylic lacquer gloss. This could look really nice. Painting. 10 to 16 inches away. Stuff is you really got to just mist it on. Which is what I'm going to do. We just mist it on. There, we got to get the top. I don't think I got that. All right. We will come back in an hour, shoot on another coat. That'll come off, I hope. Yeah, that will come off because there's tire shine on here. All right, so I'm not worried about that. This is why bodywork guys get the big bucks. But while I'm out here, I'm going to show you the passenger side of the car. That's got me concerned. Light's not the best on this side of the car. This is just impromptu, but yeah, look at that. We got some serious body cancer going on here. This may all just have to be redone with fiberglass. This may not even be salvageable. I really don't want to have to cut this off and do a patch, but it may very well come to that. Okay, so it's been a few weeks, and the holidays have passed. I finally had time to get out here and get back to it. I have just finished sanding this, wet sanding this with 600 grit. That took out most of the orange peel. Now it'll be time to, we're going to do this with 1000 and 2000, and then let it sit for a while longer, and then hit it with the rubbing compound and then the polishing compound. And bodywork is a very slow and painstaking process. Alright, so I've hit it now with 1000 and then 2000. You can still see all the scratches in it though. And possibly a little breakthrough there. We really have to, yeah. I really hope I did this right by going side to side and not circular. Well, that's about all the sanding I'm going to do. It's up to polishing compound now. Okay, so this has been worked now with the 2000. The shine is starting to come back. The haziness is starting to disappear, but unevenly. And I think I broke through to the primer over here again, but oh well, I'll just touch that up. You can see it's a little darker here than in the edges. Some of that is from using a sanding block, I think, because flat sanding block on a curved surface, it's going to happen. So I'm going to take the paper off the block and just work it gently a little bit, kind of around here, up in here, and I'll cut to it through the miracle of editing. I think we're all done, I think, with the 2000. I think we're ready for compound at this point. Needs to sit for another week, so that will be another subject for another video, and that's going to do it for this installment. Hope you will please like and subscribe. I'll catch you next time, and I'll be using a new camera next time.